Welcome once again. We are here playing Factorio. I thought I might save the whole hood thing for playing, a Sith character or something on, Star Wars, but I felt like putting my hood on. So what we're going to do here is we're going to load up where we left off last time. I named it gameplay. The game is called gameplay, and the name of the game is we are going to fucking rip this shit apart. I'm really tired of this stuff. Just I was watching the video, and I noticed a couple things that were off. Maybe you noticed I made this little thing here. Nothing fancy, nothing amazing, but it's one step closer to making, an actual video. And I do aspire to do that one day. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you are and how you see this situation, I don't think I'm going to be at the point where I'm making professional videos and, doing all that. But, I'm going to have fun doing it anyways, and I was just thinking to myself just now, even if nobody watches, I still feel good because I can go back. It's like having an old photo of yourself, and you think, I look like that? But it's a unique experience for people that make videos online and stuff. And there's a lot of people that do it, but it's a unique experience to be able to go back a year or 2 years, or at the beginning, the dawn of YouTube, and to see their legacy sort of grow and sprout and whatever. And it's I think that's going to be really great. It's going to be awesome. Even if I'm not popular, even if I get no views, I don't care, because it's for me. And I should have done this years ago. I'm talking about hundreds of years ago. Whatever. It's not hundreds of years ago, but same difference. Same difference. Why do people say that? It doesn't really make sense. It's a lot of those sayings, It's like George Carlin going on about how, the city's going down tubes. What tubes? I'm not going to take his joke from him. All credit goes to George Carlin for that one, but it makes a good point. It's shit to talk about, and I've got nothing to do with it. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So here we're gonna, honestly, see, I'm gonna screw this up. I need these to be another set of these, just because. And then, man, this is really fucking. So I've got what? 15 minutes to play or something, 10 minutes, 20, 15 minutes to play. So I thought I'd hop on, do a quick gameplay, and it's no big deal. I do this all the time where I go on, a couple minutes, or, 2 days straight, whatever, and, I'll have a great time, but there's again, I'm getting back to it, there's no record of it. There's no, hey, that's what I did. And that's what I always hated about my gaming experience, was I had no one to share it with. I had a sister, 3 years younger than me. That's great, but and she's a bit of a gamer, She likes Legend of Zelda. She likes all those things, but it's different when you're playing, because I was in a relationship, and we had a good couple of sessions playing Mass Effect. Mass Effect's an amazing game, amazing story. It's great to share with somebody, and who cares about the ending? I'm just talking about, hey, it was a great game, hands down. You can't say otherwise. Just because I said so. But that's how it's funny. That's how the world works. It's just because I said so. No dice, man. So this obviously I'm talking and I'm not watching what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm going to do here, because I've got it coming down like this, and this is somewhat efficient. This is what I was talking about before, last time. Remember last time? Tune in next time. The red one, the long-handed, is taking, as you can see, from there, putting it on here. It's not putting it on the one beside it, it's putting on the one. So anyways, it's going to be a bit of a problem because, you know, the red ones, and so I'm thinking, not putting them there, and just having the ones that receive, and that's about it, I think, because yeah, it's not going to work, especially these things, like, oops, I hate these poles, man. It's really stupid. They're so small. They're small on purpose to be obnoxious. And then later on you're like, I got the better ones. Thank the gods. I'm also going to be working on my audio problem. I realize if I stop talking, then it gets all quiet, and it gets all suddenly loud. And it's really disturbing. It takes you out of the experience. It takes you out of the, the beauty of my presence. Beauty. I could have used any other word. Just had to say beauty. Why is it still? It's still pudding. Oh, I see. It's because these ones. What I don't want is to have. That doesn't even make sense. Why am I even putting these out on here? Oh my god. Do you understand what I just did there? I literally put this so that it would take whatever's. This thing only requires two things. It requires one of these damn things and one of these. I put this specifically here so that it would go straight into here, but I put another one so that it would go. It doesn't even make sense, dude. I actually might put them back, because later on down the line I can use those gears for other things, so it makes enough for this, and then the surplus goes over here, sort of thing. So I might have screwed that up. Another thing to keep in mind, which is something so extremely annoying for me, is that sometimes it's better to use an inserter instead of a fast inserter. You would think, oh yeah, this is the shit one, and I researched the better one, I'm just always going to use the better one. But the thing is, sometimes you want to put a slow arm in so that it doesn't grab everything ahead of time. So, say like the ones for this, right? If there wasn't enough bars coming through, just say there wasn't, this would only grab at a certain pace, and eventually some would get through, and they would get through to this one, okay, and then they get through to this one, whatever. It doesn't matter. This one is a super fast one, because this is only going to take so much before it stops taking and just waits for it to finish. But because this finish is such a long build time, that it's way more than enough time for stuff to pass by. It can collect as much as it wants, and then the rest will pass by because it's full. It doesn't fill up to 200. You could literally put 200 right there, no problem. But it only fills up to like 4 or something, and it's just so that everything else goes smoothly. Because it would be a disaster. The game would literally be broken if they didn't do that. So, there's no reason to put a space between these two. And to be very honest, I can't believe I'm putting these back out. I just take them apart and I put them back down. That's basically what I'm doing here. Fucking doesn't even matter anymore. So this one's gonna grab. I don't know what I want to make now from this. I want to make one of these for sure, but I need something that'll make So on one side, I'm going to have it make this. And then it's going to put it straight into this one. And then this one is going to have this, that. This one over here is going to be like something like this. No problem. This is why I hate these small ones. Because look, if I put it here, it doesn't hit that one. So I have to make some awkward fucking compensation in between, or make it one step closer. And I can make one step closer, but it's so stupid. So I could make it. It doesn't have to be. This one. Let me see. This one. Right. So I got about maybe 5-10 minutes left. I know my how do you say, my timing, my ability, my internal chronometer or whatever it is, what's it called, your internal clock, was really off the last video. I said I had I was around 20-30 minutes. Wow, that was about an hour and a half later. But that's fine, it doesn't bother me that I was really fucked up on the timing. It actually does bother me, but I'll live to fight another day. It's no problem. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna cheat here. I'm just gonna. Oh, I can't do it. Son of a bitch. Well, that one's gonna be an advanced one, and it's gonna make these ones. Okay. And when this one's done, honestly, I don't know, man. I kind of want to just make it so that like there's an out track, but just like if it needs to get out of the, because I can't do anything about this. There's not even a reason for there to be space in the middle here. There's no reason for there to be space here in the middle. Like I could actually fill that up with something. If I wanted to, I could fill it up with these things and just fuck it, dude. It's like bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Hey. I'm gonna look at this video later on and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck was I talking about? What am I on? It's because I'll let you in on a secret. Don't tell anybody. Well, I'm sober right now. That's why. I get talkative when I'm sober, so I thought to myself, okay, why not make videos? That's not what happened. But it does have a nice compliment to it's a nice combo to sober up and talk a lot and then make a video from it. I don't know, Oh, these fuckers are gonna do it too. Yeah, you see that? I caught that right away. I don't know what to make. All I wanted was the fucking. Yeah, now it needs all this. Okay. I was only researching that so that I could get, obviously, these things. Because now I can finish this stupid shit. You see what I was talking about before the first time? You have these things and you're walking up and you're like, ah shit, this is in the middle of my base, I can't walk. Well, you're walking down. You walk faster. So, but it's just, it annoys me. Like I was saying the last time, it kind of annoys me because I don't pay attention to that sometimes. Half the time I'm like closing my eyes, almost closing my eyes, thinking about, okay, I gotta go over there and, transfer some stuff, put it on my train, go down there, and meanwhile, I'm fucking going, extra slow in the fast lane because I'm walking the wrong way, and I feel like an idiot. Oh, see, I want to get this. Wow, everything requires stupid greens. Okay, now I'm gonna research everything that just requires only red, and then very peaceful song. I, however, have heard it. But the experience is not. How would you say that? It's not fulfilling. It's not. I turned the sound off, the music off one time while I was playing, and there was no magic. There was no allure to the game, really. Not no allure, but I stopped playing. And then I put the music back on because I had a theory, I was thinking, okay. And it worked. And I started playing the game again because I had the sound on, so I left it on. This music, it does something for me. So last time we made a radar, and I noticed that when I was watching the video, I didn't really do anything with it. So we're going to get this thing. And this thing is pretty big. It takes up quite a bit of power. I want to check how much power I have in surplus. I have like almost 50% less, 30% surplus of power. I should be able to pull it off. I should be able to put this thing down and we'll be a-okay. But I kind of want to restructure this. So yeah, we're getting right close to being maxed out for power generation. Right close. I can't get rid of this one. That's what's fucked up. Because you see how I have this steam engine, they're right beside each other, and you don't really see it, but on the ends of them is an input-output. It's both. So it doesn't matter which side you put the pipe in. It could be on this side, it could be in that side, and it doesn't matter if there's another steam engine beside it. I've seen people with setups where they pump the water, and then it goes into a little, it goes into a split, and there's two sets of boilers, stacked right beside each other, and then it goes underground again. The first time it goes underground to this little set, and it goes underground again to the boilers, and there's no loss in heat, even though they're going really far with the maximum length you can go for the underground pipes. Because there's underground pipes. I didn't mention that. So use oil processing, everything. If you're not looking and not paying attention, this is why I'm not researching anything, because it always costs a stupid science pack 2. That is not stupid. Number 3 is stupid. The blue one. That one is stupid. I literally pretty much quit playing by the time I'm making the blue ones. That's how long it takes to get to the point. And get this. Okay, I want to just make sure I click one. That's okay. That's not it either. Okay, here we go. Look at that motherfucker. There's another one on top of that. Okay, this one's hard to make, but this one, I actually don't know if this is actually that hard to make. I've never got to the point where I need to use this thing. See, the rocket silo, I've never built the rocket silo before. I usually stop around, just before this one, alien technology. I never researched that one. Maybe once. I stop around, when you start to get drones, and I never got the blueprint, automated construction, stuff like that. Never done it. I don't know even what that is. It's like, you make a plan, and then you set up your drones, you put all the stuff in the one box, and they'll set it up for you or something. I imagine that's so. They've got tanks. The tank is pretty badass, but yeah, anyways, long story short, I said that a lot, eh? Someone is gonna really just gotta do a remix and just put a counter up. I love when they do that kind of shit. When they find somebody online who's obnoxious or something, when they have there's something to them that, I love it when somebody makes a spoof out of that type of person, and they count how many times they say, you know, like, come on, like this, like, well, you know, like, I was thinking, like, that they count it, right? There's a little counter on the screen that's like, what? So we were making something out of this. We're making this one. I just thought of it out of nowhere. Yeah, I need pretty much both of those lines to go down here. I don't need the copper to go all the way down here, but I don't see an alternative. The only thing that's really bothering me here is not really anything. Not symmetrical. It doesn't line up. It's not perfect. I'm kind of like that, where I like look at it and I'm like, it looks ugly. It's not symmetrical. It's not that it looks ugly. It's more like, yeah, I get a bit of a cringe, but it's not something it's something I could suppress. But I'm playing by myself, and this is a game where you design things. I'm gonna fix it up, right? That's my logic. I'm kind of getting a little bit tired today, though, so that's why I'm not really, you know, busting jokes. I'm not really going off all out with. This one doesn't have an output, does it? These ones don't have fucking outputs, do they? They don't have outputs. So yeah, this whole time I've been talking, the reds haven't been being made. I was judging how this was going based on that. I thought it was being in full construction, but it wasn't. Kind of annoying, because I still don't know where the fuck to put these things. You know what? The ones on this side, I just want to abolish these ones. Just devastate these ones. Dead? No, just gone. Dead. I don't know. I don't care. It's more on electronics. Dude, fuck off. Electronic circuits. I guess I could make ammo from this. This thing is, I don't even need to make ammo. At this point, I'm scrambling to fucking get as much ammo as I can to fill up my gun posts and stuff, but since they're not attacking me, I don't even need to research anything or whatever. I could just sit there for hours and be like, oh yeah, stoned off my ass. Oh shit, I should have built the fence. But this is to me, this is ludicrous. This is crazy. All right, I've got like wide open here. You could just attack from so many angles. Even they could swim if they wanted to and get to me. It's like there's no walls, there's no anything, dude. Like, first thing I would do is right here, plop one, gun turret right there, put a wall up, and that base is fine because they usually don't go for transport belts. The only time they really go for transport belts is if they attack a little outpost and you're not there, and they'll just hit anything that's close by, or you are close by but they can't get to you. So like if I was standing in here and there was a whole bunch of walls around me or something, they come in from this way, they're going to hit the track first because it's the first thing, and they can't get to me, so and they'll destroy everything along the way. But if they were to attack from here right now, say, you know, from the bushes, you know, they wouldn't go for this. They wouldn't go for any of this. They'd go straight to fucking me, or anything that shoots at them. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to shoot at them first, but honestly, I can't see it with my eye because it goes too fast. the turret activates like immediately as soon as they're close by, and they're just shooting immediately. You can't tell if they have to shoot first. It doesn't really matter though. What matters is, I don't know why I did that, man, it's retarded. What matters is, these fucking guys are gonna go bye-bye. This one's fucked too now. Okay, this one obviously has to be something that requires something else. Oh my god. What I'm gonna do... Wire? Yeah. Wire into that, this, into here, this. What's the other one requires? I am so confused. It requires, what the hell was I looking at? Okay, we're gonna make this one. I actually don't. My priorities are all screwed up because these things are so, they're just so invaluable that you need so many of them, and in this gameplay we're not getting attacked, so I don't need a single one, not even one. So I'm setting up my base like I normally would. Boy. You know what, I'm just going to do it anyways because I can use them, and it looks like that's the way the base is already set up. It's like the base makes itself, you know, it's like it sort of forms on its own. Yeah, this is... that's not gonna work. It's definitely not gonna work. Okay. Yeah. I don't really care about the research. Honestly, dude, I don't want to have this splitting anymore. The only reason I had it splitting in the first place before was so that it could go around into the chest. But now that chests aren't even there, there's no point to even splitting in the first place. And therefore, this whole fucking setup is pointless. See how that happens though? It's just like you're playing, and you're like, yeah, right, I got this set up and good to go, and then you realize that it's all a lie. Or something like that. So what we were going to do from before, what I was talking about from the previous video, was I was a couple of these instead. I was going to have this line go through here like this, right? And then on either side have, oh my gosh, have this shit like this. Oh no, not like that, like this. And now whether or not they're going to have a space between them, I don't remember, but it's better that I do put a space just because I might switch them over to being, you know, to use computer terms. One's the slave, one's the master, and, you know, because a lot of the times to make the bigger items, as you've been seeing, this one requires 3 different things, but the only thing that it's getting right now is this. And, this one requires another machine place to make, and this one requires yet another one. So you literally have to have 3 places to build one of these, and they have to be all connected enough and automated so that you don't have to, you know, it's hands-free. Because if you have to every time go to some chest that's over here and run all the way back down here to fill up, you know, you go, okay, alright, it's filled up for another 5 minutes. Yeah, we're not doing that. I don't know what to do here with these fucking poles and shit. I'm just gonna put it right in the middle, and nobody's gonna be the wiser. It looks so stupid, dude. Ugh. And the real problem is I don't even know what it is I want to have these stupid things do. Right, I set this up, and now I don't know what I want on this side. So, okay. So this one has pretty much this being made non-stop. Cool. Another thing you can do, see what I'm going to do right here, is I want to actually make the output go from here to here, right, onto another belt. Now what you can do is go like, okay, actually you can't do it like that. See, if you were to try to make it go this way, it's actually going to make a curve. You know, if you wanted to go this way, it'll actually just extend, you know. So what you have to do is take it like this, turn it that way, and put it into that one there. And actually those will never get used. So I have to literally switch these around. But it doesn't really matter. I guess I could have just did the same thing on the other side. So yeah, I think at the end of this, I wanted to have. It doesn't really matter if I have it at the end or not. I'll have it at the end because I don't. Look how many I have already. Yeah, you will probably use all of these at some point, but it's already too much. But I think I'm running out of time. We've done pretty good so far. You know, we got this on the line here. I just went ahead and ripped all that other stuff apart. It was just a mess. It was a mess. It looked terrible. It wasn't working, and this is working a lot better for now. I'm probably going to do this every single time where I say, oh, okay, good night, and then I keep playing and I don't turn the video off and I forget that people are watching me play. But that's okay. There's not much else I can do. I think next time we're going to cover, you know, I don't have a schedule. I don't really give a damn. But what I do want to do is do a little bit of combat and fix this up. And maybe somehow just rush research the shit out of this one research, this one, so that I can see if I get this, I can unlock these. These are like the electric poles that I have, but you know, 7x7. Or 7x7 area. This is a 5x5. It's immensely bigger. It's such a big difference. And the other one is very useful as well for long distances. So this one, it's 4x4. It doesn't really matter. You don't use it really to power anything other than maybe a light or something. These ones are for. It's just like in real life. You see those ones that's just stand there, and they're huge. You know, the power lines go across, you know, the whole freaking country, depending on, you know, what planet you're on. But assuming you're from Earth, you most likely have seen transformer, yeah, the power transformers, that's what they call it, right? Those big, standing, steel structures. They're made of steel, right? I'm gonna look up a couple of these things, and hopefully I'm right, and then, I can say that I retained some IQ, and I didn't lose it all. Bad, man. It's just too much ore, too much fucking... Anyways, see you the next time.